Welcome, financial enthusiasts, to HouseLux Estate, your #1 guide to financial freedom. Here at HouseLux, we're all about helping you navigate the often murky waters of personal finance. Our mission? To provide you with practical advice, insightful tips, and effective strategies that pave the way to your financial liberation. Today, we're delving into a topic of paramount importance: the best debt repayment strategies for faster financial freedom. So stick around to the end of this video to learn the best strategies for quick and effective debt repayment. First, let's understand what debt is and how it affects your financial health. Debt, at its core, is money that is borrowed and must be repaid, usually with interest. It can come in many forms, such as credit cards, student loans, mortgages, or even personal loans from family or friends. Debt can be a powerful tool, allowing us to make purchases or investments that we couldn't otherwise afford. However, it's a double-edged sword. When managed properly, it can help us build wealth. But when mishandled, it can lead to financial distress and even bankruptcy. Accumulated debt can have a profound impact on our personal finances. It can eat away at our income, leaving less money for savings and investments. It can also impact our credit scores, making it more difficult to secure loans or credit in the future. The interest associated with debt means we end up paying more than the original amount borrowed, often significantly more. That's why having a debt repayment strategy is so crucial. A well-thought-out plan can help us manage our debt effectively, minimize the amount of interest we pay, and ultimately achieve financial freedom. It's not just about making the minimum payments on time, but about strategically paying off your debts in a way that makes the most financial sense for you. Now that we understand the impact of debt, we move to the main focus of our video: debt repayment strategies. One of the most popular debt repayment strategies is the debt snowball method. Like an actual snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow and momentum with each turn, this method involves focusing on paying off your smallest debts first, while maintaining minimum payments on larger ones. The idea is to gain momentum as you knock off these smaller debts, which will then free up more funds to tackle your larger debts. Imagine you're juggling several balls, each representing a different debt. With the debt snowball method, you aim to drop the smallest ball first. Once it's out of the picture, you're left with more hands to juggle the remaining, larger balls. The benefits of the debt snowball method are numerous. For starters, it's simple and easy to follow. You list your debts from the smallest to the largest, make minimum payments on all of them, and then throw any extra money at the smallest debt until it's paid off. Then you move on to the next smallest debt, and so on. This method also provides psychological wins. Each time you pay off a debt, no matter how small, it provides a boost of motivation. It's a tangible sign of progress, which can keep you going when the going gets tough. However, it's important to note that the debt snowball method is not without its drawbacks. It may not be the fastest method to pay off debt, and it may not save you the most money in the long run. That's because it doesn't take into account the interest rates on your debts. You could end up paying more in interest over time if your larger debts also carry higher interest rates. Despite these potential drawbacks, many people find the debt snowball method to be an effective strategy for tackling their debts. It offers a clear plan of action, and the psychological boost from those early wins can be invaluable. The debt snowball method is ideal for those who need quick wins to stay motivated. So if you're someone who thrives on seeing progress and needs that motivation to stay the course, the debt snowball method could be just the strategy you need. Another effective debt repayment strategy is the debt avalanche method. This strategy is also known as the ladder method and is best suited for those who are focused on saving the maximum amount in interest payments. So, how does the debt avalanche method work? The process is straightforward. You start by listing all your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest. Then, you make the minimum payments on all your debts, but for the debt with the highest interest rate, you pay as much as you can afford. Once the highest interest debt is completely paid off, you move to the next one on the list, and so on. The idea is to avalanche your way down the list of debts, starting from the highest interest rate. There are several advantages to this strategy. First, you end up paying less in interest over time, as you're tackling the high-interest debts first. This can result in significant savings, especially if you have debts with steep interest rates. Second, the debt avalanche method can be more efficient in the long run. As you pay off each debt, you free up more money to put towards the next one, accelerating the debt repayment process. However, it's important to note that the debt avalanche method does have potential downsides. The main one is that it may take longer to see progress, as you're starting with the highest interest debts, which are often the largest. This can be demotivating for some people who might prefer the quick wins of the debt snowball method. Despite this, the debt avalanche method is a powerful tool in your arsenal for achieving financial freedom. It's all about understanding your financial situation, your debts, and your personal motivation. If you're someone who is motivated by numbers and long-term savings, then the debt avalanche method could be the ideal strategy for you. The debt avalanche method is a great option for those who want to save on interest payments. The third debt repayment strategy we'll discuss today is debt consolidation. Dipping our toes into the ocean of finance, debt consolidation is a strategy that often surfaces as a viable method for managing multiple debts. Imagine you're juggling several balls in the air, each ball representing a different debt with its own interest rate and due date. Now, imagine if you could merge all those balls into one, bigger, more manageable ball. That, in essence, is what debt consolidation does. It combines multiple debts into one loan with a single monthly payment, ideally at a lower interest rate. This strategy can be particularly useful for those dealing with a myriad of high-interest debts. Credit cards, for instance, are notorious for their high rates. By consolidating these debts into one loan with a lower interest rate, you could potentially save a significant amount of money over time. But it's not just about saving money. Debt consolidation can also simplify your financial life. Instead of tracking multiple payments, due dates, and creditors, you only have to worry about one. This reduction in financial clutter can lead to less stress and a clearer path towards debt repayment. However, like any financial strategy, debt consolidation isn't without its potential pitfalls. For one, it's not a magic bullet that will instantly erase your debt. You still have to make the monthly payments, and if those payments aren't affordable, you could end up in a worse situation. Additionally, if the consolidated loan has a longer repayment period, you could end up paying more in interest over the life of the loan, even if the interest rate is lower. There's also the risk of falling into a debt cycle. If you consolidate your debts and then rack up new debts, you'll find yourself back at square one, or potentially even further behind. So it's crucial that alongside debt consolidation, you also develop good financial habits to avoid future debt. Debt consolidation can simplify your debt repayment process, making it easier to manage. But remember, it's a tool, not a cure. Its effectiveness hinges on your commitment to responsible financial behavior. We've covered a lot today, so let's quickly recap. In our journey today, we've taken a deep dive into understanding debt. We've unpacked its complexities and how it impacts your financial health. We've stressed the importance of not just understanding debt, but also knowing how to manage it effectively. We then explored the debt snowball method, a strategy that focuses on paying off smaller debts first to gain momentum before tackling the larger ones. This method works wonders for those who thrive on quick wins and need that boost of motivation to keep going. Next, we delved into the debt avalanche method. This strategy is all about paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, thereby saving you more money in the long run. It's a great fit for those who are more numbers-oriented and are motivated by the thought of saving the most money over time. We also discussed debt consolidation, a strategy that involves combining all your debts into one larger debt with a single, often lower interest rate. This can simplify your repayments and make them more manageable. But remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to debt repayment. It's vital to choose a strategy that aligns with your financial situation, your personality, and your long-term goals. It might take some trial and error to find what works best for you, and that's okay. The most important thing is to take that first step towards managing and eventually eliminating your debt. So, take some time to reflect on what we've discussed today. Consider your own debt situation and think about which strategy might be the most effective for you. It's not an easy journey, but with the right strategy and mindset, financial freedom is certainly within your reach. Remember, the key to financial freedom lies in effective debt management. Subscribe to HouseLux Estate for more financial tips and strategies. Thanks for watching.